What is going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to do a follow-up on a story I did over the weekend out of Chicago, Illinois. Shout out Chicago, involving this woman that you see up here, her picture's just been shown. This woman you see up here is Wendy Tolbert, 45 years old. And she's currently under arrest with no bond for the stabbing attack of her three children, ages 13, 10, and 4 years old, in which the 4-year-old succumbed to his injuries and died. Now, she was in court yesterday, which was a Sunday, and she was given no bond, and they're going to tell you about the details of what led up to this. Now, it's obviously this woman has mental illness and a little bit more going on with her health. And she's claiming that demon possession or possessed by the devil is the reason why she stabbed her children, among other things you'll hear in the story that are absolutely heartbreaking. Take a look at this and we'll come back and talk about it.
Breaking news update. A mother accused of stabbing her children, killing one of them, then setting their house on fire will remain behind bars. Our Sharday Gray was in court as the woman made her first appearance before a judge.
The assistant state's attorney says 45-year-old Wendy Tolbert stabbed her son, 4-year-old Jordan Wallace, 36 times. Tolbert was visibly shaken as the prosecutor read the proffer. A friend of the family says they are in utter shock learning these new details in court.
We all are surprised, and it shocked everybody.
Anthony Dobbs says he's known 45-year-old Wendy Tolbert his whole life, and to find out she stabbed all three of her children was devastating.
It's just shocking, so heartbreaking to hear the judge and everybody say what she did, but it's really messed up.
Prosecutors say on July 4th, Tolbert's 10-year-old son was sitting on the floor playing video games. His 4-year-old brother was laying on the floor next to him. Prosecutors say out of nowhere, Tolbert came out of the kitchen with a knife and stabbed the 10-year-old on the arm. The 10-year-old ran to the stairs, turned around, and saw the 4-year-old was trying to run. Tolbert followed and stabbed the 4-year-old. The 10-year-old ran to a room next to his 13-year-old sister's room to plot their escape. As she was calling police for help, Tolbert banged on the door, then stabbed her daughter multiple times in the face, neck, and chest. When officers arrived, they saw Tolbert with a knife in one hand and burning paper towel in her other hand. Officers rescued the children from the burning building, and one officer had to be treated for smoke inhalation. Prosecutors say she admitted to police she stabbed her children because they were possessed by the devil. The fire spread to another building, injuring 2 neighbors. The public defender says she has no criminal history, suffers from mental health issues, and is diagnosed with cancer.
She was scared of everything, so I can understand. She didn't even like knives or none of that. So it's just shocking.
The judge says her actions were pure evil. He says she poses a real and present threat to her family, neighbors, officers, and firefighters. Tolbert will remain detained. Reporting at Layton Criminal Courthouse, Sharday Gray, CBS News, Chicago.
The Department of Children and Family Services says the family has never received services from the state agency and is working with law enforcement on this incident. The 13-year-old girl is still in critical condition and the 10-year-old is out of the hospital.
All right, guys, that's the story of this one woman, Wendy Tolbert. No bond, in jail. Tried to kill her kids, said they had the devil in her. I'm going to tell you, man, can't say it enough. Mental health is real. My thing is this, and this is going to sound fucked up, but it sounds real at the same time. This woman is 45 years old. Her oldest child is 13 years old. So she had to be, 32 years old before she had kids? And I'm saying to myself, who is reproducing with people that have mental illness? And I'm not saying people that with mental illness can't have kids, but I just, from a male standpoint, where's the responsibility at? I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody might show small signs of being off at an early age, but like with a lot of mental illness, it's debilitating. Like it keeps getting worse and worse a lot of times. And I wonder how she was before she had children. Now, you seen she had a friend in there. It was a guy. He spoke highly of her and said good things. And you can be a good person and do bad things. It's a lot of factors in this. Did she take her medication? You know, at the time, was she on meds at the time she did this? Because a lot of people self-medicate a lot of times, you know, by not using prescription drugs and finding peace in other substances. I don't know. But what I do know is, from a standpoint of a child being attacked by your mother, there's nothing in comparison to that. You know what I mean? Well, or parent, your father too. It's nothing in comparison to that. They were peaceful, tranquil, playing video games. Said little boy was sitting there watching TV. She came up in there and stabbed the big boy first. You see that? Hit him in the arm. He big enough to get up out of the way. Little boy can't run. Said he ran up the steps and looked back. Little boy was caught there. Said she stabbed him 36 times. A 4-year-old. 36 times. He ran upstairs. Said he ran upstairs in the bedroom next to plot his escape. Sister, she knocked on the sister's door, went in there, gave it to her. All in the face and the head. She's still in critical condition right now. I don't know how it is to just live with somebody that just snaps like that. I've never been around a situation like that. Now, I've seen people like that didn't take their medication, and in like 8 to 12 hours, they're like a different person. Almost not like a human being. I seen that in jail where people just go off the handle. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, just to have the disappointing of a parent, somebody that's supposed to protect you, turn on you, and you lose your life. And then the thing is, what this 10-year-old boy seen, he can't unsee. And then it raises another question. How much responsibility does somebody take after having a mental episode and doing something where they probably don't even remember a lot of times? How much in the justice system punishment do they bear if they're not in their right mind when committing such vicious acts? These are questions we got to ask ourselves. This is why mental illness needs to really, really be paid attention to and tended to as well. You're starting to see now a lot of people having undiagnosed mental illnesses, and they only get diagnosed after they commit a crazy crime and go to jail and say, oh, well, a psychologist or a psychiatrist, they've been diagnosed with this. Whereas in the street, a lot of times there are crazy people running around rampant and people just laugh at them, or people think, that's just how they are. A lot of people don't know what crazy is because it's just the way the world is acting crazy right now with the violence and stuff. You don't know what people got going on up here. You don't. A lot of people that are crazy don't know they crazy and do crazy stuff like this. Then you got people that ain't crazy but emulate crazy people to where they do it and hope they don't get caught. It's just wild. This whole thing is wild, but it's unfortunate that a 4-year-old boy was stabbed to death. Can you imagine getting hit with a knife by your mother? No matter what you say, what you do, it doesn't stop the onslaught. You can't scream for your brothers and sisters because they running for their life. Can't say, mommy, stop. Nothing works. That's vicious. From enjoying yourself, doing one of your favorite activities, to fighting for your life to no avail. She stabbed her older daughter up. You know, she was in some type of rage or some type of trance to where nobody talking to her, not even the voice of her children crying in pain or pleading with their mother to help or for her to stop what they doing, what she's doing to them, was enough. Another thing I want you to pay attention to, the world is so bad now with crime, not counting this, that now they have court on Saturday and Sundays. What you think about that? And the justice system doesn't notice. They don't notice this. Weekend, they have judges that have to work because the crime is so rampant in America. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. it seems like certain powers that be want it like this. Because as long as there's chaos and confusion, we can't focus on stuff being worked behind the scenes for the advantage of people that are not even caught up in this shit. That's real. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.